You know that meme that says, I want to travel the world and live in a festival forever? Yeah, that's me. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel here on Living by the F Word. Today, as you can see by the title of this video, we are getting into my ultimate music festival bucket list, what my ultimate lineup would look like if festivals were going on. My friend Shirley Delgado came up with this tag challenge.
Literally a dream festival schedule because it does not take into account money or work days off. I'm also making this a tag challenge, so any other creators that would love to jump in on this, please feel free to, but I am tagging Bebe and Living by the F Word Jess, so I can't wait to hear your guys' 2021 dream festival schedule.
I actually am going to be doing a bucket list type schedule for 2022 just because of the type of person I am. I was planning out, what types of festivals I would go to. I was putting them on my calendar, and the reality is I just know that for 2021 I personally am probably not going to be attending events. I did roll my Electric Forest ticket over, and if we build Black Rock City, I will go to Burning Man. But other than that, I have no plans to buy tickets or go to any events. Also, I do want to tag some people to keep this tag going. So I'm going to be tagging Rave With Shai. I'm also going to be tagging Livin Large With LCru. And I'm going to tag Frisky Hug. So you guys are up next. Go ahead and make your ultimate festival schedule where you would want to be at once festivals resume. Let's start with January. So up first I have Zamna. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. It basically used to be a New Year's Eve event in Tulum, and that is in Mexico. I shockingly have not been to Tulum before, and I really can't believe it because I've been to a lot of cities and a lot of different places in Mexico and still have not managed to make it to Tulum. And so I really enjoyed the lineup that they had a couple years ago, and they had a lot of record labels that I would probably be interested in. Plus I would love to see the ruins and make it a trip where I could really check out some of the amazing wonders that are down there. I've heard it's very spiritual and gorgeous, and the food's amazing. And so that is the first one on my list. Up next after that, I have the BPM Festival, which originally used to be located in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. It is one of my favorite international music festivals, solely because it's a lot of beach parties, jungle parties. There's just this real cool vibe to it of just basically throwing a party wherever. And I really love the lineup. The lineup is heavily house, techno stacked. Their lineups are usually ridiculously incredible. I mean, anyone that is basically in the underground that's not so underground anymore scene knows to go to BPM. And yeah, it used to be in Mexico, now it's in Costa Rica. I still have not tried the Costa Rica edition. They also have a BPM in Portugal, and they also have one in Tel Aviv. The Tel Aviv one is only one day. I would so be down to go to any type of party in Tel Aviv, honestly. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. All right, this one is going to be obvious for a lot of my subscribers. Up next, we have the Groove Cruise, the Miami or East Coast one. It's actually gonna be in Orlando for 2022. Groove Cruise is my ultimate favorite festival because of the people, because it is on a cruise ship, and you basically have the freedom of partying when you want, eating when you want, showering when you want, chilling when you want, doing extracurricular activities. They always go to a new destination or a new island for the most part, so you're always checking off a new place to travel to. So it just is always going to be on my list to attend. All right, so heading into February, I would go to Envision Festival. And this also is another favorite international music festival of mine, just because for me, Envision is a hybrid of three of my favorite events: Groove Cruise, Burning Man, and Electric Forest. They have a lot of workshops, they teach a lot. It's very yoga driven and body conscious friendly. It's very sustainable, so it's a leave no trace event. Very just impactful as far as becoming a better person for the greater society that we're a part of. And then on top of that, it takes place in the jungle in Uvita, on the beach in Uvita. You just kind of get the best of both worlds. Their stages are all hand built, and they have a lot of local artists as well from Costa Rica, and then a lot of electronic dance music artists, and they have art galleries, and it's just really well put together. And it's also small, so it's really intimate, and kind of, you're always running into the same people, and you're always, you know, able to go back to camp or go back to where you're staying. Even if you're staying off site, it's like very easy to just come and go. All right, heading into March, first up on the list, we have Okeechobee. And I have never attended Okeechobee. I would like to. I hope they bring it back. Anyone that has ever gone to Okeechobee really, really enjoys it. And I'm a big fan of camping music festivals. I pretty much always want to attend a camping music festival if I can. For me personally, that is my favorite style of event, because you are there, you are safe, meaning you do not need to drive, you do not need to worry about a ride. You are just there on the site for the amount of time that the festival is going on. And yeah, I just really think I would enjoy it. So that is the next one on my list. SXM Festival in St. Martin. If you guys can't tell already, I am very much a beach vibes person. I mean, if I can go and get a tan and listen to house and techno and tech house, like, good. So SXM Festival, how I would describe it is, it's kind of like a boutique music festival on the island of St. Martin. So since I'm from New Jersey, the flight is a very easy, 3.5, 4 hours. And it is easy for me to get to, most likely more than other people, but it is a very global festival, believe it or not. There are a lot of people that come from all over to attend SXM, and it is a fairly new festival. The first year that I went was the first time they ever had it, which was in 2016. I also went in 2017, and then they did actually get hit hard with a hurricane at one point, and they skipped a year, and then they've been back for the last couple years until, of course, last year they had to shut down early because all the airports started shutting down because of the virus, which is just so insane that, like, luckily a lot of people I know that were attending got out of there. It's just one of those festivals where it's very chill. They have beautiful art. It's very laid back. They have various venues. So they did create their own private beach area with 2 stages, which was something new they did in 2017. And then they also have various events through little clubs throughout the island. Also, other beach venues like sunrise. They have sunrise sets. It's a 24-hour 7 festival. So they have sunrise sets set up. They have various parties you can attend, and it's also just a festival where you can go in on a villa with your friends, and you could stay in a really nice house with a pool, or you can stay at one of their partner hotels. And it's just really, in my opinion, for a newer festival, very well run. Last but not least, for March, we have Ultra Miami, Miami Music Week, Winter Music Conference, whatever you fancy calling it. If you guys don't actually know the difference about all that, I could just elaborate real quick. Reason why some people call it Winter Music Conference is because there actually is a conference there. So if you are an aspiring DJ, if you're trying to learn how to produce, if you are into producing events and so forth, there is actually a conference with lots of sponsors and panels that you can go and learn and network, especially if you're an artist. It's highly recommended. I actually did attend the conference once, even though I am not an aspiring DJ, and I got to interview Cascade. So, I mean, yo, are you kidding me? So really cool experience, which is why a lot of people call it WMC. I call it WMC personally, just because that's originally why it started. And then other people call it Miami Music Week, which is also perfectly fine because that's what it's called as well. Miami Music Week is kind of just talking about the parties that go on week long leading up to Ultra. And then of course there's Ultra, which they have on the weekend, the final closeout weekend of that entire week. And I personally love Ultra. It was life-changing for me. If you guys watched BB Hal's video, she said the same thing. It was like what kind of catapulted her into the scene. Same for me. First year I ever went was 2012, and it was just like all right, I gotta go to every music festival now on the planet. So really, it's where all the artists put out all their new music. So you will hear it first. Everyone has a party, pool parties, night parties. It is nonstop, and it's in Miami and South Beach for the most part. There's also clubs downtown. I mean, it is absolutely insane and so much fun, and definitely worth the trip, which is why it's on my list. Heading into April, it's starting to get a little insane. So first up, I have Vujuday, which I am probably pronouncing it wrong, but this is a music festival in Barbados, and I have never been to Barbados before. But the main reason why I'd like to go is because it's another kind of beach boutique festival with a really like killer house music lineup. So why not, right? And it's also created by Ryan Kruger, who has done previous events that I've attended. He also is one of the founders of the new Area 15 in Las Vegas. So I just know, based off experience from meeting him, he knows what he's doing and knows how to run an event. So that's why I would trust going to this event, and I would like to try it out. So this is a music festival in Santa Barbara, California, and a lot of my friends have been trying to get me to go for years and years, and I've just never made it out there. It is like a festival where there are a lot of panels, there's a lot of workshops, and so I'm more so recently into a lot of this style type of festival where you are able to, you know, basically build your character better and network and really just become a better person. Up next, I am going to EDC Mexico with Shirley. She doesn't know that yet, but as she watches this video, she's gonna find out. But yeah, EDC Mexico, I would love to go. Mexico City, I unfortunately have only been there on really short layovers. It always breaks my heart when I fly down there for my job and I don't get to stay. I just feel like I know I would love this city. I know that it's gorgeous. I know that the food is on point and that it is a great city to explore. So this would be one of those double dipper opportunities for me to go see a new city and also attend a festival. That is my style of traveling. I really try to go to places where I haven't been so I can see the culture, see the city, see the people, and also tick off a festival on my list. I mean, it could happen if money weren't an option and if staying awake forever was an option. And that is Snowbombing, which is a festival in Austria. It's been on my list for a while to go to one of these festivals that is like mixed with snow sports, like skiing and snowboarding, even though I haven't skied in probably, I can't even tell you, probably 15 years. So I don't know if I'd actually partake in all of that, but it just seems fun because Snowbombing's venues, they have a forest venue, they have a small, like kind of like tent venue. They just have like various locations that seem really interesting. And last but certainly not least, we have Desert Hearts. Gotta have Desert Hearts on the list. So if anyone is unfamiliar with the Desert Hearts record label, that is basically Mikey Lyon, Lee Reynolds, Marbs, Evan Casey, all those guys that run Desert Hearts. This is their festival, and it is a very small, very intimate, very easy to get around. It is on a Indian reservation that a tribe lets them use every year. It's very private, very nice. Southern California, one stage. So they have a whole thing, one stage, one vibe. So everyone is always there at the same stage. That stage runs music 24 hours a day. They have fashion shows. The fashion, guys, I did a whole video on Desert Hearts fashion, what I wore to Desert Hearts the first year I went, and oh my gosh, it is so fucking sick. And it is just like a really fun festival that, yeah, I mean, it's Desert Hearts. They have their Pile Palace there, which is their camp at Burning Man. And so like there's just like a lot of uniqueness to it. It's also a Leave No Trace event, which I'm a really big fan of. All these festivals that are stepping up and, you know, basically creating events to keep the earth and the grounds clean. So I'm a big fan of that as well. If you're unfamiliar, Hangout Fest is in Gulf Shores, Alabama. It is on the beach. It is a multi-genre music festival, and personally, it is my alternative to attending Coachella. I did attend in 2013. I've attended multiple Coachellas as well, but Hangout to me just had like this kind of like southern chill vibe. There's no camping, so you could stay at a condo or house, and if you're into that type of festival environment, you know, you can head back. They allow re-entry, so it's very open and just, in my opinion, a great festival to have on my list, because I need to break up the music genres sometimes. Like, I have basically a very heavily house music lineup for this ultimate list, and or like dance music festivals basically. And yeah, this is just like one of those festivals that I would love to attend again to break that up. Memorial Day weekend, the struggle is real when coming to planning music festivals. There are so many, and I will tell you the ones that I had on my list and ultimately which one I ended up picking. So on my list, I had Movement Detroit, Lightning in a Bottle, Elements Lakewood. I also had We Are Festival, which is in the UK. So basically at this point, I started constructing a list of like North America and Central America events and Europe events. Ultimately, I ended up picking Elements Lakewood. And so that would be a new festival for me. And that is a local festival, so it would only take me like 2.5 hours to drive there. And that is ultimately why I picked it, because it's close and I've heard nothing but great things. I know for a fact that the people that run Elements Music Festival are the same people that used to run Bang On New York City. So if anyone that's been raving from like back in the day knows about Bang On, they used to throw a lot of parties, and they would even have like their own little private after parties at Mysteryland and stuff like that. And I have attended Elements when it used to be just a day festival in Brooklyn. It used to be one day, then it was 2 days, then they decided to do their camping in Pennsylvania. So I've attended their Brooklyn one-day festival, and everything was just so good. The lineup's always good. The art is good. They have an understanding because they attend festivals and have been a part of the scene for so long. So it's just something I personally think would be fun to go to. Heading into June, first up, I have Beyond Wonderland at the Gorge. Whew. You guys, when Insomniac announced this, I was like, I gotta be on that. I gotta go. I, for one, first of all, love Alice in Wonderland. If you are subscribed to my channel, you know that I have an Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. I did a festival themed pick a card reading with that deck. I love the book. I love anything Alice in Wonderland, even Disney wise, like I just love it. I love the whole story. And so it just is like a good childhood memory. And so I think Beyond Wonderland, which is Alice in Wonderland themed, I would like love it. Plus the Gorge. I mean, the venue is insane. I've seen the pictures. I've never had a chance to go to that venue. I always wanted to do, Dave Matthews would do a 3-day Labor Day weekend show there all the time, almost every year. I never did that because Burning Man is Labor Day weekend as well, and I would choose Burning Man over going to Dave Matthews at the Gorge. Sorry. Also, Sasquatch used to be a festival there, no longer running. Paradiso, a festival there, no longer running. And Paradiso used to have this sick lineup, but it was the same week as Electric Forest, and I would never miss Forest. So I just never had the opportunity to go to the Gorge. And when Insomniac announced Beyond Wonderland, I'm like, I don't even care what the lineup is. Like, I just want to go. Up next, which I'm sure you probably hinted in that last bit, I have Electric Forest, which is in Rothbury, Michigan. This is one of my all-time favorite music festivals ever. Anyone that's been to Forest knows it is a very magical place. It is a great festival if you are into just seeing more than music and being a part of a community. I've been attending since 2014. I don't really ever think I'm going to stop unless another festival came up. It is very well run. It is beautiful. It's so much more than the music. It is art. It's the people. It's just everything. The after parties, just everything about Forest is amazing. The first event that I have up for July is Bass Coast. This is a festival that has been on my radar for a long time, and also my Burning Man campmates have been, Barry in particular, if he's watching this, has been like, you gotta go to Bass Coast. You would love it. I've also listened to a lot of interviews about the founders and so forth, and basically it is a all-female run festival, and they don't have any major sponsors. So that in itself is amazing because majority of their team is females. It was founded by females and no major sponsors or companies helping them. I mean, I just think that's amazing, and it's very well run from what I've heard. The lineup's really fun, the venue's really fun, so that's on my list. Okay, after Bass Coast, we are heading back to California for Northern Nights. This is another festival that I have just not been able to attend. There's just always so much stuff going on, and it just like never pans out. It is on a campground, there's lakes, mountains, trees. Just seems like it would be my type of festival based off of me liking to go to festivals that are nature driven. So yeah, I just would like to try it out. The next one up is actually a European festival that I'm sure many of you know about, and that would be Tomorrowland. So this would definitely be on my list. And the reason being is because it is one of the most well-run festivals I have ever been to. We all know the production is insane and the lineup is always amazing. Now, I have actually attended Tomorrowland twice, and I feel so lucky that I have. But now it's gotten to the point where it was years and years ago. I mean, it was almost seven or 8 years ago already. And so I just really want to see how it's changed. Heading into August, I have Sonus on my list, which is a festival in Croatia, and it is heavily house and tech house driven, which is why I want to go. It's also a country I've never been to, and just seems like a festival I would love to attend. Realistically, I probably would not do that if I were to be attending Burning Man, which is also on my list, although a lot of people that watch my channel know I don't really consider Burning Man a festival. It's a great debate that a lot of burners always get caught up in. I personally do not consider it a festival, but I do have it on my list just because in the grand scheme of things, if you're planning all these events, that is an event that you really need to block out time for. So if I didn't get a Burning Man ticket, I would go to Sonus and probably Defected. There are two festivals that are in Croatia in August, so could try to, make the best of both worlds and attend both. But realistically, for August, I would be at Burning Man. Whew, this list is long as fuck, guys. Oh my God. So now we are in September. And this was a kind of a toss-up for me. I had Life is Beautiful, which is in Las Vegas, multi-genre event, sick lineup, always heard great things, always have really heard good things about it. And then we have Imagine Music Festival, which is down in Atlanta, Georgia. And I've been to neither. And so in my head, I was like, man, what would I pick? Ultimately, I picked Imagine. And I know that Imagine hasn't always been a camping festival. I know that it usually is in a stadium of some sort. And a lot of people describe it as like a mini EDC. But they did add camping. They've decided to move to where the Tomorrow World campsite and venue was back in, 2014, 2015. So I'd be down for that. I like camping music festivals. I like being on site. I love camping atmosphere of those types of festivals. So since Imagine is expanding and becoming camping, I would definitely try it. All right, so heading into October. There's been one that has been on my list for such a long time, and that's the Amsterdam dance event. So some people may know it as ADE, but it is the Amsterdam dance event. And the reason why this has been on my list for so long is because it is a double dipper when it comes to mixing business with pleasure. So if you guys are looking to get into the festival industry at all, you need to start attending events where they are conferences as well. So anything like South by Southwest, so South by Southwest in Austin, you have ADE, you have X Live, which is a conference about festivals. You have when EDC is going on, they used to do, I think it was like EDC week or whatever. You have WMC, which is the Winter Music Conference. Any of these types of events where there are people from the industry there, and I'm not talking about just musical artists, I'm talking about people that do production, that work for festivals, that run festivals, that are festival producers. They are there speaking on panels. This is a great way for you to make connections and meet people. So that is one of my biggest reasons for wanting to go to ADE. Besides the fact that it's in Amsterdam, which is an absolutely beautiful city, it is just a gorgeous city, and I feel like in the fall, like it would be really nice to attend various locations there. They have warehouse parties, they have different clubs. I just think it would be a lot of fun, which is why it's on my list. Yes, I would love to attend EDCO. Reason being is, like I said before, I really have no desire to do EDC Vegas. Like, I know that's an unpopular opinion for most people, but I just know myself. After attending events for so long, I just know the type of event I like. I know the style that I like. And I do think that EDCO would be a great opportunity for me to see a lot of my friends that live in Florida. Plus, the lineup's always amazing and it's smaller scale compared to EDC Vegas. So I just feel like that would be on my list for a November festival, being able to connect with friends, have a great experience. I know Insomniac is amazing. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of talking. I am a talker. I hope you stuck with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to create your own video if you want to. This was a lot of fun to put together. I actually might put another one together of all like the European runner-up events or something like that, maybe if I have more time. I do plan on putting out a lot of festival content on my channel this year. So even though festivals might not be happening, if you want to get festival tips, festival advice, or, you know, are into festival fashion or anything else I might be talking about, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here if you're not a subscriber already. I really do hope that we get to start attending events soon. I feel like hopefully by October, but it's really hard to tell, you guys. I mean, I will say this, I am in the aviation industry and they are expecting international travel to go back to normal in 2024. I mean, at first I thought they were out of their fucking minds, but now seeing the way everything is going, it honestly might be that. So buckle up. We're in it for the long haul. I hope that we get to see each other at an event soon. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. And thanks so much for watching. I know it was long. But I hope that you had fun watching. I will see you in the next video.